Hi, I'm Parker, the developer of Twos, and today I'm going to be covering 15 features you may not have known Twos had. So we recently did a user survey where we asked users what features they would like, how we can improve Twos for them, and surprisingly, a lot of the requests we already have. So today I'm going to be covering the top 15 features that were requested that already exist, and hopefully this helps. On the left we have my day, and on the right we have the 15 features you didn't know Twos had. So the first one is a desktop app. I don't use the desktop app, but we do have a desktop app. It works the same as the web app, and a lot of people actually download the desktop app from the Mac App Store. It's actually not on the Mac App Store, but you can go to twosApp.com/download, and you can find the download links here. You can see we also have a Chrome extension, but yeah, this is where you should download the Mac app from. If you download Twos on the Mac App Store, this is the mobile app. I actually need to respond to these. This is wonderful that people are using this, but they're using the mobile app on the desktop, and there can be some complications there. The second one is you didn't know that we have text and email integration. So if you go to settings, then to integrations, you can see we have an email integration and we have a text integration. All you have to do is make sure that the email that you want to send emails from is correct here. You can add a secondary email if you have maybe a work and a personal email, and then you can just send or forward emails to save@twosApp.com, and it will take the text from the email and add it to your day. Same thing with text. I'm not going to drop it down because I don't want to show off my phone number, but there's a phone number that you can send text messages to. It's also great for Siri. We have Siri integration, but you can say like, hey Siri, text Twos, whatever. Siri's going off. But yeah, people don't know that we have email and text integration. That's where you can find it. You can find it the same place on the mobile app, but that's number 2. Number 3, didn't know about repeating reminders. You can set repeating reminders in 2 ways. If you already have a reminder, let's say we want to blog at 5 p.m. We can set a reminder for that. And let's say we want to do that every single day. We can just click on the reminder and under repeat, specify when we want it to repeat. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and then you can customize it. So I could do daily reminder. And then that thing would show up and send me a notification at 5 p.m. every single day. The other way to do this, I'll remove the reminder, is just by typing in when you want it. If this was, say, a weekly reminder, I can just type in weekly. It'll ask if I want to set a reminder, and then I'll have that weekly reminder set on this thing. So it does understand you. It uses natural language processing, but you can just specify, my cousin had his baby today, so I could say Ellis's birthday, and it would help me set a yearly reminder. So this is just a thing that will show up on my day every year. Next up is you didn't know that you can turn off world. So a lot of people requested to turn off the world. The world is in the top right hand corner on both web and mobile, where you can find lists and things shared by other people. And if you don't want this, you can go into settings, preferences, other, and then there should be a world here, show Twos world, turn that off. If we go back to today, we'll no longer see the world logo. So you're basically hidden from the world. Other people can't see you, you can't see other people, and you can turn the world off if you'd like that. Next up is you didn't know that you could set your own starting page. So by default, if you load Twos, it will load your most recently used page. So let's say that I was looking at the development list that I work on, and then I just go to twosApp.com, it will load the dev list. But you can change your starting page by going into settings, preferences, and then there's an open to view. Most recent is the default. You can automatically load today, you can automatically load home, or you can specify a list. So let's say every day I wanted to load my affirmations. I can specify that. I'll go back to today, and then say I just come to tunesapp.com or I just open the mobile app, it will consistently go to the starting page. So if you want to start on a page, maybe you have a to-do list, maybe you have a project list, you can do it that way. Today is a very normal one to start on, so maybe today is the one that you want. Didn't know that you can add photos. So in order to add photos, we have this writing things down bar. All you have to do is click the plus button, specify photo, and how about this choose guys photo? You can add photos. You can change the size of them. That's a banner, that's full, that's back to thumbnail. You can click into it to view it. You can delete it. Number 7, didn't know that we have AI. So AI is a fairly new feature. I love it for translating things. So sometimes, let me turn Two's World back on. Sometimes people will post in another language. What you can do is you can go to the list actions, and then we have a use AI feature. You can summarize things, you can get actionable items. I will translate this list and I can see what their to-dos are. That was using it for translations. I use it a lot like that. Another cool way to use it is with the new list flow. So say I wanted an apple pie recipe. There's a use AI button here. Two's will basically generate this list for me for a recipe to make apple pie. Now I'll have this in my lists. I can use it forever. Pretty much any list of information can be generated with AI. Number 8, you can customize your homepage. So homepage is not something that I use very often. Normally you would see it in your side menu. You can customize this. So like I put in my affirmations here. I have upcoming reminders here. Here are stars, to-dos, tags. But at the very bottom, you can customize it to add whatever you want. You can add a list, you can put your bookmarks in there, maybe today, you can take some of these out, but you can customize your homepage however you'd like. The other thing that we recently added is customizing your tab bar. You can go into settings, appearance, menu, and we can see no tabs on mobile. I keep mine pretty clean. I don't do any tabs on mobile. I do to-dos, stars, review, and memories in my side menu. These are the ones that I use the most. And then the rest of them I don't use as frequently. Completely up to you and how you want to do it. All right, number 8, didn't know that we have a Pomodoro timer. So let's say that I wanted to focus on making this video. You can select this one thing. You can use the focus action and you can specify how long it is. So default looks like it defaults to 25 minutes. But maybe you only wanted to do it for 10 minutes. And at the end, you'll get some confetti and a little yay. People asked for it, we have it. Didn't know that you can drag and drop. So let's say I wanted to move this emails thing up above this use video. I can just click, hold, and then drag to reorder things. It works the exact same on mobile. You can just tap, hold, drag to reorder. Didn't know that you can export. So you can export in many ways. A lot of people asked about this. You can export a list by just going to list actions, share list, and then you can export it as text. You can export it as an image. You can export it as a PDF, text file, markdown file. You can do this for days, lists, however you want to do it. And you can print things off. You can do it for specific things, like maybe I just wanted to share or export these 2 things. You can print, you can do it as text. And then last but not least, you can export everything. If you go to settings, export, and then you can download everything as text or as markdown. People have recently requested CSV file, I believe, and JSON format. So those will be 2 export options we will support in the future. Didn't know that you can collaborate. So collaboration is key. You can see we collaborate on the New York Times things list currently, collaborated on the dev list, collaborate on potential features for TechCrunch, current priorities, sprints, but you can collaborate on, say, a grocery list, whatever it may be. Let's go to, we can do dev. But to collaborate, all you have to do is come over to the list actions, click on collab, and then you can see we see Chris Pratt has been added to this, but you can basically click on any of these people. Let's fake like we're gonna add Joe, and you can specify what access View access is they can't edit anything. Edit access is they can edit things. And then admin access is they can add other collaborators as well as edit. And then you say add collaborator and it will appear in there too. Didn't know that you can create backlinks. So our backlinks are a little bit different than what you may be expecting. For example, I've created a sublist for import. So import is a feature that I made into a sublist so that I could list out all the different types that we want. People will request additional features. So I basically nest them inside of this list. And if I open the sublist, I can see this list. And at the top, I can see that it sits within dev. So this is kind of the link back. So back to dev, now I'm in the dev list. It's a little bit different because you can't backlink like a specific word within a thing. You can only backlink an entire thing, but it is nice for nesting. Didn't know that you can review your lists. So people wanted a way to review things, and we recently built this feature. I guess it's not that recent. You can see I have a lot of lists to review. It's very helpful, but you can basically use it to review lists that you've made, and then you can specify when you would like to review it again. So like affirmations, I love this list. This is a list that I look at a lot, but let's say next month. You get the idea. So you can review your list now. Didn't know about calendar integration. So this is much more prevalent on mobile, but if you go to settings and integrations in calendar, you'll see on web, you can specify your default calendar. So here are 2 of the calendars that I have. And say I wanted to push all of the reminders that I set in twos to my calendar, you can specify it there on web. On mobile, you can go to your side menu, you can go to settings, then integrations, and you can see we have Siri here and widget here, but you go into calendars and you can specify which calendars you would like to add. Same thing with push all reminders to a specific calendar. The calendar integration is really through mobile, and it works for Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, Apple Calendar, whatever calendar you would like can be done through the mobile app. It will sync. Then you can view events here. You can see these ones came from my calendar, as well as add reminders to a calendar. Let's say I wanted to add this to my personal calendar. You can click on it, say add to calendar in the reminder modal, Parker Klein, and then you can save it. It will be added to that calendar. So you can push events to your calendar from web, but all of the syncing happens through the mobile device. We did it. 15 features you may or may not have known to have. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know if you have any other questions that I can help with. Let us know what features you would still like to see, what features we can help build, and share twos with someone. Best place to write things down. Help them remember things, help them stop forgetting things. Thank you for watching, and have a happy Tuesday.